Okay, so I don't usually start intros on this channel, obviously, but with this Drake Kendrick beef that we're doing right now, I saw something today and I had to show Tom this. So this
Yeah,
is
what's the truth here?
we're talking about the truth because this is something I saw after Kendrick dropped Meet the Grams. I saw this is by World Star Hip Hop on X or Twitter, and it's talking about Drake actually baiting Kendrick into saying certain things. And I want to know what y'all think about this. Is this nothing? Is this like legit?
Did he
I don't know.
set Kendrick up?
So I'm gonna show.
Making Kendrick think he had all this scoop, but he really didn't.
I'm gonna pull this up, and we're gonna see what
I
y'all
really
think.
do wonder.
So if y'all can see this, what it says is no way Drake legit baited Kendrick. So this first picture here, it says Drake trolled K. Dot. He sent that album cover to make fun of him. The receipt is for the ring. In the video, the Ozempic and gloves are poking fun at Rick Ross, and the shirt is to call Kendrick short. The daughter was planted for the mole. So they're talking about all of this and all of this stuff right here.
Yep.
And it says you digging for dirt should be digging for proof, which was on Drake's Family Matter. So what do y'all think about that? Is that legit? Like,
Isn't that something? You're digging for dirt. Digging for dirt is like gossip. Digging for proof is like facts of
The
what's
receipt is for
real.
the ring of the in the video. Like, is that real? Like, what do y'all think about that? Better have some paperwork or that fake tea.
So you got
I don't
any
know.
receipts? You got anything that shows what you're actually saying? Because you might have been set up, Kendrick.
Yeah.
You might have been set up, and if he has been, it's going to be insanely crazy because he's going to have a whole lot of embarrassment on him.
And then this bottom one at the bottom says, if Drake laughing about it on his story, they probably fed this dummy some fake information and he ran with it. So what do y'all think about that? Because he went right on his story after Kendrick dropped and he said, hey man, like Drake's laughing about it. And he's like, oh, where's my fake daughter at? Or where's my hidden daughter at? Not fake. And so I don't know that he'd be laughing about it if he really did have a daughter. Like
Now,
that's got to be some crazy.
So the question is, are these Drake people, Drake fans who are trying to spin the story?
Yeah, and then this is
Or is this for real? I personally think this stuff is real because I don't think Kendrick would let himself get set up like that.
So there's the ring you can see there.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Family Matters. You did her dirty all her life trying to make peace. I never heard that one. That might be for little kids, might be day free. So I don't know. It's just, what do y'all think about all that? And
Personally, I think the stuff that Kendrick is saying is probably real. I think some of it crosses a line and it's personal and it may not be factual stuff. It might be opinion of Kendrick, but some of this stuff is very straightforward, Nick.
Yeah.
Who he slept with, the children he has, the way he's treated people or underage people, the people he's hung out with or have been in circles with. I think there's a lot of things that he has factual information on that I don't think Kendrick Lamar would put out there unless he really made sure it was real.
But it didn't. But it does make it has to make you at least question. Like, okay, that is weird how Drake put the line of, like, where was it?
And the weird part was somebody had said, maybe it was you that said Drake had kept his son Adonis hidden for a while.
Yeah.
And so now he's not hidden. But why'd he do that? And that means he could hide another one.
But it just, Drake saying you're digging for dirt should be digging for proof. Like, you're digging for this.
So there is no daughter. If there is a daughter, what does this say about Drake at this point then?
Exactly. That's the real question. Like, what does it say about Drake?
Now, this is my personal opinion as a therapist. If I'm sitting here talking to Drake, is I'm going to say, look, you got to spin this thing this way. You need to be able to say, out of the love and care of my daughter, if she exists, I have been looking out for her all these years and trying to keep her from exactly what you're trying to do, which is bring her in the spotlight. And so I've done everything I can. And Kendrick Lamar is actually the dirty dog for coming out here and trying to expose my daughter who is trying to live a normal life and shouldn't have to suffer. I would go that route.
Yeah. So, and is that a bad thing? If Drake is like not hiding a daughter, but trying to keep her safe and protected, because that's a difference. There is a difference when raising a boy and raising a girl. I think a lot of dads, especially, are more protective of girls just because of how the culture is. And so, is he trying to protect his daughter? I mean, he's I guess raising his son to be like you can protect yourself, but girls sometimes can't. And so it's like, I don't know. Like, is it a big deal or not if he is hiding his daughter? And then I think a lot of people have said it is, but
And then there's how many people have been paid off to be able to keep their mouths closed.
Exactly.
Kendrick doesn't seem to have as much against him. I don't hear Drake saying as much about Kendrick and these hidden secrets other than the fact of the abuse on the partner. I don't hear him saying as much about all these secrets that he has. A little different life.
Then there's another point that somebody in our live stream is making. Remember when Eminem and MGK, when that happened? When MGK came after Eminem's daughter.
Oh, man.
You know, like, then Eminem went back
Gloves
at
off.
him and, like, completely ended it. But Kendrick's already said, he's like, hey, you came after my family, it's over. Like, I'm bringing it.
Yeah.
And so it's like that. It does make sense. Like, it is a little dangerous to go after a daughter.
Yeah.
Just because of past beefs like that. It has not ended well.
Yep.
And, I mean, does Drake know stuff? Like, it's, I don't know. It's a question.
Let us know.
Adonis, Drake's son, was brought into the light when he was really young, like 3 years old. If Kendrick's really saying that she's 11, it's like, ooh, like that's pretty late to be lying about, or not exposing, I don't know what the word is, but not telling about your daughter that you have one. And then also Kendrick said, like, hey, you have actually more out there. Mm-hmm. He did allude to that. It's like, dang. And there's other tweets that Drake said, like, baby girl, and it was in 2012, which would make his daughter 11 or turning 12 this year. So to me, it kind of makes it seem like there is some things that could be adding up to this. So I don't really know.
I do want to say this overall, that Eminem, MGK, when all that happened with his daughter, Eminem has never hidden the fact of having the children. He's been very proud of his children, his daughters. And he has always been protective of them, meaning I don't want them in this spotlight. They don't deserve to be here. So I think he doesn't go there with other people until you go there with him. Mm-hmm. This is a story of somebody saying, you've hidden these children. Like, you've pretended they don't exist. That's very different than what Eminem said. Eminem's like, it's kind of like me with my children. Mm-hmm. Like, these are my children. Leave them out of any beef you got with me.
True.
But it's not like I've said, like I have Tony, who's not on this program, right? And I just don't mention him, and he's not a part of my life, and I'm pretending I only have Nick.
Yeah.
This is a different story. And so Kendrick is saying, I'm calling you out because you've actually lived completely different than the image you try to put out there into the world.
And also, one last thing. Do y'all think Drake will come at Kendrick about his children? Because Drake hasn't come after his children.
Well, he's got to.
And so, like,
at this point,
and maybe it's because he doesn't have anything on Kendrick and his children. But do you think that is coming? Because
this is the problem. If Drake doesn't have a bucket of stuff to be able to come at Kendrick with, he's running out of gas.
True. Yeah. I mean, he is totally.
And all he can do is try to poke at him. And but if he's got to have some kind of dirt, otherwise he's going to be making stuff up, and that's not always a good thing.
Yeah. All right. Just want to make that video. Let me know what you think, because there's a lot of topics a lot of things on this that are unsolved. And when is Drake going to drop again? Like, when's the timeline for this? Because Kendrick has dropped 3 of the last 4. 2 in a row. Again, he dropped 2 in a row. Drake dropped it, and then he dropped 2 in a row.
24 hours, basically, or 36 hours.
Man, he's dropped 4 diss tracks in the last week.
Yep. There you go.
5 days, 6 days. So let us know what y'all think.
Love it.
Yeah.
Can't wait for it.
See you on the next Reaction Therapy.